important tips and resources for buying your home.
This is Megha's husband. I did have one question. This is something that we have seen in general with respect to the interest rates, but there are a lot of when you buy a home, there are costs like property taxes and maintenance that you have to still pay and account for. You're saying just because of the appreciation, like if you do the math, you'll still come out ahead, because if you want to buy the same right now, we are living actually in Fremont and we're paying like $3,500 a month, and if you were to kind of do it, do the math and buy this particular house, we'll be paying probably 5,500, including property taxes, if we put down 25%. And then there is maintenance on top of it. So I still think like it has to like grow at the same rate that it has actually grown in the past 2 to 3 years to actually for me to come out ahead. Otherwise, it's still kind of like something that you have to like still pay that 1 to 2% of maintenance and property taxes that are not there.
So you have a couple things. The first thing is, like you said, if it grows at the same rate, and right now for the next 5 years or so, I think it's going to be growing at about 10 to 15%. If hopefully they can cool it down to around 12%. I actually want them to slow it down, but I don't think they will. And so you have a couple things. One is, on average, the homes in California grew by about $70,000 year over year. So that'll essentially cover the property taxes. So you have appreciation. You're paying down the property as opposed to paying $3,000 for somebody else to pay off their property. You're basically just paying that $3,000 or $4,000 yourself. And yeah, maybe $1,000 goes to the government for the property taxes or whatever. But I would much rather do that and be gaining $70,000 of equity a year, be paying myself essentially another 30 to 40 grand a year. And yeah, my actual cost that goes out the window is 12 grand. But if I'm renting, my actual cost that goes out the window, gone forever, is like 3 or 4 grand a month, depending on the cost of the rent. And that's assuming that you're not doing anything like renting out an extra bedroom or doing anything in order to make, or Airbnb, or doing anything to make some extra money out of it. But yeah.
One other thing, Antonio, I like to add there is, many times, especially first-time home buyers, and I'm happy to talk to you guys one-on-one and sort of give a little bit more explanation on that, is we forget to factor in the savings on the taxes, which everybody gets when they get into their own home. The savings in taxes works at two different levels. Number one, every year, the amount of the interest you pay on your properties, of course, there are some limits. You can take that number and you can deduct it from your taxes every year. So today, if you are paying $100, if you are paying taxes on $100, and tomorrow after purchasing your home, if you are paying $10 in interest, property taxes and everything, next year you'll essentially pay your taxes on $90. That's one place where the tax savings come into picture. The second biggest thing which makes home ownership so attractive is that once you sell your primary home, the definition of primary home is a home in which you have stayed for 2 years out of last 5 years. That is the definition of a primary home. Let us say you get into a home and at the end of 2 years, you call me, you call Antonio, you say, hey, right now we want to upgrade to a bigger home and I want to sell this home. Your capital tax gains up to $500K as a married couple, that is totally tax-free money for you guys. You take that money, you put it in your pocket, you pay 0 cents taxes on that money. And if the home's prices, if they continue appreciating at the same level at about 10 to 12% year over year, where we see they'll be appreciating, $1 million purchase today is going to be about $1.5 million 5 years down the line. And that $500K capital gain, you sell your home, you take that money, you put it in your pocket, you pay 0 taxes on it. Personally speaking, I'm in finance industry for a long time. I do not know any investment which will make you $500K, $500,000 tax-free money. There is no other investment vehicle in the United States.
Thank you. I think this is very useful information. I think this second point is very valid. I think the first one, because of the standard deduction, it doesn't is as advantageous, but I think second point makes a ton of sense. Thank you. Sure.
Right.
Join our weekly webinar. Call us now at 408-763-8131 or visit the link on the screen.